Hi there, everyone. Very welcome. Welcome to whoever this reading is meant for, because that is the intention with which I've set this reading out. And this will be a timeless reading, so it doesn't matter when you see it. It will just be with the intention for you to see it when you're meant to, and for you to get the messages that you're meant to get. All right, so if you don't feel like it's speaking to you, perhaps this one is not for you, particularly if you watch a lot of readings. That can happen sometimes. But otherwise, I hope that there will be a message for you that is important and relevant. All right. If you're new, very welcome. My name is Shereen, and if you're returning, thank you very much. I appreciate having you here, and I value each and every one of you very, very much. I appreciate your input and just your presence here. So thank you. All right. Let me just set the intention. All right. What do we need to know today, please? For whatever this collective is, whoever this reading is for. What are we talking about today? Oh, there's quite a few cards. All right. I just want to get a bit more information here before I continue. This one definitely wants to come out with these. Is there anything else? Okay, this is an interesting energy. There is an energy with somebody at the moment. So this could be someone who's passed on, or it could be someone in your physical world that is potentially going to assist you with some information that's coming through. This is not something that you see right now. It's not something you see coming, or that you believe is coming, or that you believe is happening at the moment. And this is tapping more into your intuition. And that is very much a theme at the time of this reading, because we are going through some astrological changes. But it doesn't matter when you see this reading. Okay, these readings are timeless. There's this strong connection to something very spiritual and like a profound intuition that's coming in for somebody. And they don't necessarily see this happening or anything changing. So might be someone who you might have asked for your intuition to increase, or for, you may have done some third eye work. You may have done something along these lines, and you are not necessarily seeing that happening. All right, but I feel as if certain things are happening and you're just not seeing them, or the time hasn't come. It's like you've set the intention and you're almost giving up on this happening. All right, but this is happening, and there's going to be some kind of guide or guardian or angel or ancestor, whatever your belief system is here. But there's somebody in spirit that is going to be helping you to tap into this intuition. So if you've actually sent out a prayer to a family member, or asked your guides and guardians to help you to open up that third eye space a bit more, or to make you more intuitive, or help you to trust where you're being led when it comes to your spiritual path, so that you can be more in alignment with what you're doing. Anything like that, any kind of prayer or intention that you've sent out like that, that you feel is not coming to fruition, I feel has the potential to come to fruition. It's just like you've had to wait for the right time, and the time is now, or very soon. It's around the corner. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Cups here that's come up, which is a very intuitive energy. It's often also associated with the sign of Scorpio, or water signs. All right, but this is generally a queen that is very connected to her spiritual path. She's very connected to her gut instincts, her intuition, knows that she does not walk alone, and really is very nurturing and caring and connected. So they have really good instincts. All right, and it might be that's just what you've asked for, to have better instincts in terms of how you make decisions in your life, what you need to do. Maybe there is a specific choice you need to make right now, but this is about getting to a point where you have made a choice and you're like, I know what I want and I need to take the steps to get it. And I feel like you have asked for your intuition to be strengthened. So however that is, you can say, I want to be able to follow my gut more. There's a myriad of different ways to say this, and your guides and your guardians can also be seen as your gut instinct, your higher self, all of that. But in whatever way you said it or have put it out there or intended it, I feel like this is something that is coming up now. And with the Two of Cups, this is often interpreted as like a romantic kind of connection, but I don't see that in this particular reading. It's different to what the typical depiction is, but this is about a soul that is in alignment with yours, where there is this assistance that's being offered. There is this, it's almost like an effortless connection that will be there. And maybe that's even why you don't necessarily feel it. And you've maybe asked, if you have a specific loved one, or you asked your guides and guardians, please help me to feel you more, help me to improve my sixth sense or my intuition, whatever you've asked for. It's almost as if you don't see this happening, or you don't see them, and this has put you into a bit of a sad place, all right, or a bit of an element of disappointment. But I need to tell you that this isn't going to last long, because this person or this energy, this let's just call it an energy, they are already connected to you, and it's such a seamless connection that this is why you haven't noticed it to a large extent. So like if this is a grandmother or a grandfather that is connected to you, for instance, as an ancestor, you already feel that connection. So it's not going to be this profound thing where you're going to have this, angelic energy appearing in the middle of the night and glowing. It's not going to be as profound as you think it is. And a lot of the time, intuitive stuff, that's how it works. It's very subtle. So people expect like psychics to, see things in front of them and have ghosts standing at the bottom of their beds at night and stuff. I do mediumship readings, I do psychic and intuitive readings all the time, and it's a very subtle thing. You don't always have these profound, mind-blowing experiences like you see that are sensationalized on TV. It comes through in much more subtle ways, and if it's somebody you're really connected, like an ancestor, that you're really connected to, this can be an effortless connection where you already feel that connection. So it's not this profound thing like you're going to be, it does happen, but you're not going to be covered in goosebumps and your ears are going to ring and you're going to have this vision and, and then you're going to feel connected. You're already connected to whoever this is. They've already been walking with you, trying to put you on this path. Your prayer has been heard and it's being answered. And the Wheel of Fortune shows that there is something to do with divine timing here. All right, this is about divine timing, and the time is coming for this to happen. But you're in this devil energy where there's negativity about it. The devil says to us, your judgment is clouded. You are maybe going through a cycle of negative events that you don't really understand. And this can often happen before we have kind of a spiritual awakening of some sort. It's almost like we're being tested. We've asked for something that's not working out. Are we going to give up, or are we going to have faith? Because that's exactly what you need when you're connecting to spirit. If you don't have that faith, then you don't really believe that they're around in the first place. Okay, so this is about your luck changing. It's about the energy changing, and you're probably going to have some profound changes here. But it's also very important to know that even when the Wheel of Fortune comes into our lives, we still have some autonomy. We can choose to follow that path. We can choose how we deal with the energy as well. We can be in this devil energy, or we can be open and receptive and accepting of it, and accepting of that it will come. All right, I've had this journey myself. Every time I want to level up, I ask for it, but I don't always have control over how it comes about or when it comes about, but I do have control over how I manage that situation. I want to read the Wheel of Fortune for you from this deck because it is so beautifully explained in terms of the energies that we're dealing with here. Okay, but it's also number 10, so it shows a cycle is closing. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, the cycle of life, ups and downs and luck. What goes around comes around, and so does the Wheel of Fortune. During difficult times, this card serves as a reminder that with the bad comes the good and change is coming. The three crows in the center point inward, symbolizing our inner power to move the wheel and our ability to control the amount of time we spend either up or down. The eight crows facing outwardly on the wheel represent the spokes of the wheel and the energy that each direction possesses. Although they appear to be fixed to the wheel, their wings allow them some freedom, symbolizing our ability to learn from and move past a difficult situation. Upright, this card indicates that change is coming and it will be a welcome shift. Perhaps a difficult time is ending. Okay, the rest is not relevant because I don't read reversals for starters, and that's not the energy that I'm picking up on. Okay, so very interesting. That's from the Crow Tarot. I usually do put them on display so you can see what I'm working with here. Okay, so am I going to just leave this here, or do I want something else? Let's see what comes up with Keepers of the Light, because this is very much similar kind of an energy like Guides and Guardians. So yes, if you are into Norse mythology, for instance, you're not necessarily going to see Odin or Freya sitting at the bottom of your bed. You're not going to have Tyr kind of appearing to you. You know, depending on what belief systems you are, Hercules is not going to just come rushing into a room. That's not necessarily how it works, but we can have dreams and visions about things like that, and they're archetypes to bring in certain messages for us. All right, anything from the Keepers of the Light, please? Any advice from Keepers of the Light? Yep, and there's another one. Yep, okay. Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. All right, you see, this is the kind of thing, like you could have a dream and you wake up and all of a sudden you have a different realization about how spirituality works or how your intuition works. And this says, truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. All right, so you might have just lost your faith in the fact that this is actually happening, and therein lies the problem, because you're working on your faith and your trust in your gut instincts, and your gut instincts could have said to you, I can do this. This is possible. And so you asked for it, but it didn't come when you wanted to or as fast as you would like. You know, we do have this mindset and this environment we live in now, which is very much revolving around instant gratification. So we have to check ourselves in that regard as well sometimes. The Wheel of Fortune is associated with the fire element as well. So I don't know who's maybe very connected to that, or if you need to do something where you light a candle or you use fire. Maybe you are, you do fire rituals or rites, something along those lines. But here we've got Brigid or Bridget. Inner strength, move back to wholeness. Recognize that you do have power. You have the power, sorry. Okay, so don't get yourself all off kilter and bent out of shape. Trust in the process, all right? Trust that there is healing that needs to maybe take place before you are getting this understanding. You are getting these downloads. They are coming. The truth is being revealed to you. It may not just come in the way or the form that you wanted to or that you expected. So be open to anything. Say to Spirit, show me what is possible. And they will show you. Okay, I think I'm going to leave this here. Let's check the bottom of the deck. Radha, soul flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Okay, so as your relationship with this energy comes into being or comes manifests more into your life, I feel like it's going to affect your other relationships more positively. That is very highly likely. Even your relationships with strangers, because it changes how you relate to other people. Okay. Soul flame. There we have the reference to fire or a flame again. So maybe there's something that you need to do that will help to ignite that. Maybe that's part of your ritual that you've been doing to try and connect. But it is definitely happening. Okay, don't lose your faith, because that is the test. That in itself is one of the tests. When we ask Spirit for something, they might make us prove that we really, really want it first. All right. And with that, I say, Goodbye for now. I hope this is going to be helpful and have a wonderful day wherever you are.